Hi everyone, from Drason Films, I'm David Drake, and welcome to Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today I'm joined by my podcast partner, Andrea. You know her from my previous podcasts, as well as being a therapist in Southeast Michigan. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So, I have to ask you right off the bat, how are you with the spicy foods?
Not very well.
Not very well. Like,
Nope.
How much have you experienced with the spice?
Not a lot.
In terms of sauces, peppers, how high have you gone?
The classical.
Classic hot sauce. So how are you feeling about the last two? The bomb and the last dab?
Very nervous.
Very nervous. I would say that I am too because I have had none of these sauces, but these are all sauces from the Hot Ones show.
So I'm actually kind of excited to try them because they're from the show, but also very nervous.
Very nervous. All right.
Yes.
So we decided that I'm going to go first. So what we're going to do, because this is a two-sided interview, and I'm going to eat the first wing, and Andrea is going to ask the first question, and then we're going to do vice versa until we get through all four wings and all four sauces, until we reach the last dab, which you will close us out on.
Yes.
How nervous are you?
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably an 8.
Probably an 8, so not quite a 10.
No, what about you?
Probably about the same. I am smelling the spices, and they smell pretty good.
This one, what is it, the classical? Or no,
It's the Los Calientes.
Los Calientes. It smells really good.
It smells good.
Yes.
So I think it'll bring a lot of flavor, but it also might bring some heat as well.
I think so.
All right. So let's get started.
Let's go.
So this one isn't too bad.
No?
For the flavor, not really much heat. I've definitely had hotter than this. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I might finish this off.
Do it. Do it.
Then. So what was the question?
What is your favorite film style or technique?
So what I love is if a director and a camera person can do a long tracking shot. So if you have a long, continuous shot where you don't break, you don't cut, it's just a long, continuous shot. And the longer you can do it, and the better you can do it, the better.
Okay.
Because it can feel so seamless, and you don't even know it's one long, continuous shot. And if you do it well, it's very good. I know that the opening scene of The Conjuring, where the family moves to into the new house, that's one long tracking shot. And you don't even really notice because it's done so well.
Okay.
And it's so seamless, and it works so well. James Wan, the director, I feel like he was totally behind that, and he did so well with it.
Okay. Huh.
So if you can do that well, it's good. But I feel like not many people have done it well.
I was going to say, is it a hard technique to do?
It is. Well, people can do it, but to make it feel seamless. That's
like execute it properly. It's
right.
hard.
To make it seem like it's natural.
Mm.
It's very hard to do. The longer the tracking shot, the harder it is to pull it off. But if you do it right, you can't even tell.
Okay.
All right. Your turn.
Definitely has a little heat for me, but not bad.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
Okay.
I'll probably finish it, but ask your question.
Okay. So do you find something in popular media today that is truly underrated? It can be a movie, a book, a musical artist, or a celebrity. Is there someone or something in popular media today that you feel like needs more appreciation, more limelight, more appreciation?
Does it have to be something current?
It can be
Or like in the past?
in the past, present, whatever you feel like deserves more attention and appreciation.
Ooh. That's a hard one.
I'm hitting you with these hard questions here.
underappreciated without Chris Farley.
Think so?
Yeah. I'm not saying, like, I feel like no one really looks at him as a singular.
You think he's a package deal with Chris Farley?
Kind of. I think a lot of people look at his best work is with Farley, which, I mean, fair enough.
Right, okay.
But I do think he's underrated as, like, he does have some pretty funny stand-up.
He does.
So I feel like he's underrated.
Okay, very good.
I know there's a better answer, but that's what I'm going with.
Hey, no answer is a wrong answer. Here on Hot Ones.
All right.
All right, let's do this next one. Starting to get nervous on this one. Okay.
Just take a little bite.
It's not the Hot One style. I gotta eat the whole thing. Okay. So, this one has the flavor that we've been smelling, which is very, very good. I really like this flavor. Just waiting on that heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? I'm picking up on a bit more heat, but honestly,
Great.
it's not as bad as I thought it was.
So does it kind of sneak up on you?
It's gradual.
Is it coming more?
You get hit with that flavor first, which is so good. So flavorsome, but I'm already starting to get a little bit of the sweats here.
I see that's making me nervous because I'm already still feeling the heat from the first one in my mouth.
My mouth is a little tingly, like the inside of my lips.
Mine is a little
And my
too.
tongue a little bit.
Uh-huh.
The back of my throat, though, is not that bad yet, which I feel like that's going to come soon with the next wing, maybe. But for right now, I'm maintaining my cool, besides the occasional sweat drop here. Okay.
What is the worst or funniest thing you got caught doing as a kid?
I don't know if this is the worst, but I think every kid is just so done with, their parents. I feel like as a preteen, you get to that point where you're just like, no.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't want to listen to the rules. I don't want to do my chores or my homework.
You totally rebel.
I rebelled, and in my mind, I thought that I was going to run away from home. And I got on my bike, and I rode to the back of my sub, and I was just planning on keep on riding. I had no idea where I was going to go. I just knew that, I'm going to run away. I'm going to stick to the man. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going.
Did you pack stuff with you?
No. I literally had my bike, and that was it. I did not plan. You're a preteen, so you're not going to plan at all. By the time I got to the back of my sub, my brother was on his bike, and he had caught up to me, and it's like, David, come home. You're being stupid. And I'm
Did your
like,
parents know?
no, to my knowledge, they did not. If they did, they never talked to me about it. But my brother, I think my brother was the only one I told. I don't even remember telling him. I just remember him coming back and bringing me home, and I'm like, fine,
Yeah.
So I just came home, and honestly, that was probably the worst thing I did as a younger kid, for sure. I was a pretty innocent child, though. I didn't do too much.
I mean, I was the same.
Yeah.
That's funny, though. I think we all had that running away story where we're like,
I'm going to run away. I don't have anything but the clothes on my back and my bicycle.
I'm over this?
I have no money in my pocket. I'm just going to be a drifter. I'm going to crash at a friend's house every single night.
And we never get far away.
I got to the back of my subdivision.
Yeah. That's it. That's so funny.
Because I knew that eventually, I was going to come back home anyway because I don't have a plan. But that's the worst of it for me.
I'd say that's more like a funny
Yeah. Yeah.
than the worst.
Right.
That's funny.
Okay. It's your go next.
It's definitely gradual.
It is gradual.
It's definitely hotter, but it's not like intolerably hot.
Right. Like it's not much worse than the first one.
It's just a tinge. Like your mouth tingles a little bit more than the first one.
Right. It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the question?
So, as I mentioned in your introduction, you are a therapist.
Uh-huh.
So, in your work with therapy, how do you feel that therapy has impacted how you see people in your everyday life? Do you feel like your work with therapists and with people that you treat, do you view the world and humanity in different ways?
That's a good question. Yes and no. I think that you, like, because you get trained to hear certain things like that, if you're not trained as a therapist, you don't pick up on those cues, like when people say things.
So me, as someone who's not in that field, might not pick up on that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like, it's not like, it's weird because it's like, I like to call it like, your mind, you're like, you automatically, like, your mind goes, oh, wait. Like, kind of like, okay, I need to explore that more. Because that's what you do in session, right? You'd be like, okay, I need to, like, get more info out of that. So I think it makes me see that a little differently. And you also look at people's behaviors a little differently, too.
Can you see someone at a glance and say, I think that you need to see someone?
No. Unless they're in the middle of like a panic attack or something.
So you'd have to maybe talk to them a little bit and get to know them a little bit before you would know.
Yeah. People hide things really well. Like, really
Are there
well.
people that hide things better than other people?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does it depend on the person or does it depend on the condition?
The person. The person. Some people are really good at like pushing down their feelings. And then others, it's just like on there. They show it.
Okay.
So it depends on the person. I think with depression, you're gonna see more, at least in my experience, so I could be wrong. But I feel like anxiety, it's not all the time. A lot of people, you never know they're really anxious inside.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're gonna see anxiety a little bit more than you might see depression.
Really?
Noticeably. Like, there are signs that if you know it's depression, they're outwardly there, but noticeably, I think people more notice the anxiety more than the depression.
Okay. Very good.
That kind of answer?
I think so.
But you do see humanity. I don't know, you do look at things differently because you're looking at it from different. I think as a therapist, your perspective kind of changes too.
Okay.
A little bit, but it's part of the job.
Comes with the territory.
It does.
There you go. It's all one big lump.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the work is turning it off after the job.
That can be tough.
It can, but you have to, like, I think that's part of one of the hardest parts of the job is, for a lot of therapists, is turning it off after.
How hard is it for you?
It depends on the day.
Okay.
If there's a bunch of sessions that are really challenging sessions, it's harder.
Okay.
Because then your mind is just constantly going about like the sessions and what you could have done differently. How did you respond? How could you have responded differently? Were you responding in a therapeutic way?
Right.
I put a lot of blame, or not blame, but it's so easy to be like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
That's the hardest part, at least for me.
All right, so if you've never seen the Hot Ones show, they have 10 different sauces. Each one increases in spice along the way. We only have 4, which means that our spice level is going to go up dramatically more with each sauce, more than the Hot Ones show. And I'm, interestingly enough, most nervous for this 3rd out of 4th. Because this one is called the Bomb, and it's just scary to me. Because on the show, I know we have the 4 bottles lined up here, and all of them are the same size, but on the Hot Ones show, if you see it, the Bomb is a little smaller of a bottle, and for some reason, the smaller the bottle, the more scared I am. I already regret this.
That was a brave bite. That was really brave. I'm finishing up this thing with you, so you are not in pain by yourself. You know.
Oh, this is so much worse.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh. That's not helping.
No?
Ooh. Ooh, the sweats are coming.
Yeah. I'm not excited for this one.
Mm.
Is it a gradual or it just hits you?
It hits you
instantly?
so fast.
Oh God.
Oh, you know it immediately.
Oh God.
Like you feel a little bit of the pain, and then it hits you a lot.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, I'm crying now. Got me crying on camera. Oh.
Can you use the ice cubes underneath your wig?
I do. Ugh. Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna get the milk out for us.
Oh.
Whew.
Ooh, okay. Ask a question. Do your question.
Ooh, okay, so what songs would you want on the soundtrack for your life?
Ooh.
Thinker.
What's that fire one by Johnny Cash? Probably that one right now. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Because I need a prayer right now.
All relevant right now.
Right off the bat, I'd have to say Long Hot Summer by Keith Urban because I'm such a summer guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the summer. I love the heat. I love the beach. So I'd say Long Hot Summer by Keith Urban, definitely. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. I like the thought that, this is my life. I own my life. I'm going to live exactly how I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that is torturing myself with hot wings. Oh, it's...
Still going?
Ooh, it's getting a little better. Ooh. Oh,
I feel like that has a half-life, doesn't it?
yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. It's coming down a little bit.
And I'm not excited.
Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Okay.
I'm taking the littlest bite on the side. See? There is stuff on it. Right there.
Okay.
That was hit instantly.
It is that instant.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's just straight fire.
It hurts.
It's just straight fire.
It hurts.
Oh my god. And I didn't even take that much.
Oof.
I don't even know how you did that.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Shoot.
Okay. So you've lived in a rural town in southeast Michigan for most of, if not all, your life.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that's impacted your lifestyle growing up rather than living in a big city like New York or Los Angeles?
I think for me, it creates, I'm so used to a smaller community, and not that we have a small community like the country,
Right.
but I think you're not used to that faster pace. It's like a slower pace of living.
Okay.
And I think I've become so accustomed to that when it's faster paced, I'm like, I can't do it.
Do you think you would ever lived in a big city?
I mean, never say never, but I wouldn't, like, the circumstances would have to be right for me to live in a big city.
How about a smaller city? Like, I know we live in Michigan, so how about a city like Grand Rapids or Ann Arbor?
Mm-hmm. I would move there. I think I would be more obliged to move there than, like, Boston or New York City.
Okay.
Actually, I would live in the outskirts of Boston, but it just, like, it got better for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just went,
Yeah. It'll do that to you.
mm-hmm. Comes right back. Tenfold. You're putting more on?
Well, so
It is tradition.
it is tradition on the actual Hot Ones show. This is called The Last Dab, and it's tradition to put a little extra dab on the wing. Now, I put a lot on mine, so I'm going to put a little bit off to the side. Just do a little bit of a dab, not on the actual wing, but off to the side, and I'll do a little bit of a touch of the sauce that I just poured. You can do it or you can't. It'll be your decision.
Damn, I'm not doing it.
Far away from the table. And now we are here at the last Hot Ones sauce. I know this was a shorter one than the ones they do on the actual show, but we made it.
We made it.
And we're going to have to do it.
How's your mouth feeling right now?
It's a little better. It's a little better.
Is it?
It started off super strong pretty immediately,
Yep.
but as time went by, it gradually came back down with a little bit of milk, with a little bit of Doritos. It helped a little bit. And now I'm back on the playing field and I'm ready to score home.
Awesome.
Whether I'm going to enjoy home or not, that remains to be seen. But we are going to find out soon enough.
Are you going to eat the whole thing?
This is the one that I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I learned my lesson with Da Bomb, and I can still smell Da Bomb in my nostrils from this plate, and it is stirring up bad memories that I had moments ago.
have a little PTSD.
I have immediate PTSD from this. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm definitely not going to eat this whole wing because I'm not stupid. But I feel like in honor of Hot Ones tradition, I have to do a little bit of a dab here.
All right, I will do it too then, because it is.
It is tradition. And I'm doing the tiniest little dab and I'm doing the tiniest little bite because this is the last one. It's for all the marbles.
Do it.
Okay. And give me a few minutes in advance before you ask your question because I know I'm not going to hear you right away. Okay. Okay. It doesn't hit you right away like the bomb.
Okay.
It is a little sweeter. Doesn't hit you right away.
See, that's
Okay.
good.
Maybe it's because I didn't put as much in my mouth.
I think that probably has a lot to do with it.
I'm going to be brave. I'm going to have a little bit more.
It might be the one that sneaks up on you, so.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that point.
You ready for the question?
Not quite. I'm deciding if I want one more little bite. Okay. I'm maintaining my composure a lot better than the bomb. I don't know why, because this one has a high Scoville rating.
Well, even on the show, people aren't, like, this one isn't as, like, you don't get as much of a reaction.
I think I was right when I said the bomb is my least favorite one.
Well, it just smells like straight acid. Hot though?
Okay, go ahead.
What made you want to pursue a career in film?
Ooh. Ooh. It lingers.
Does it gradually build or no?
Yep, it does.
Great.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
These are hard when you can't think.
So, growing up, I loved film. I'm getting really emotional right now. I loved film growing up. I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know if it was always possible for me because I felt like it was such a big dream for me to do. So I went with my backup option, which was teaching. I got my bachelor's on that, did teaching for a little bit. I realized that was my true passion. It was filmmaking. Oh, God.
It lingers. I'm excited for this one. Got this.
So I went to a trade school for film. Worked as a videographer for a DJ company for a little bit. Oh. And then, thankfully, through a connection to someone I knew in Michigan, knew someone out in LA with a company that works with Disney Plus, who does subtitling and translations for Disney Plus, the streaming platform. And I landed a job out in LA, and I've been out there since April 2021, and it's been great living out in LA. I knew I wanted to live out there, and I knew I wanted to be in film, so I'm working towards that. I love to be in production one day, but for right now, subtitling, translations is a good stepping stone to that point.
Absolutely.
And this was a stepping stone to me slowly dying inside. Oh, this is not going to be feeling good coming out tomorrow morning.
No.
I just hope it's not as bad coming out as it is going in.
Let's hope not.
I can only hope. Ooh.
Maybe that second bite wasn't a good idea.
I'm glad I did it because, ooh. Whew.
Not ready. I am not ready. Time for the milk.
All right.
So is the milk actually helping? Let's think. Let's actually put
You gotta
that
let
myth to
the heat
side.
settle a little bit before you have your milk, I think. Because if you drink it right away, it doesn't help right away.
This is true. This is true. And I'm going in for it. It's building.
It does that to you.
Yep. Yep. And that was just a small step.
A small bite goes a long way.
Yeah.
And there's wings.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. My mouth is like, it's so funny. Because I chewed on this side, so this side is burning and this side is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's at the roof of my mouth. What is the question?
Okay, so I know you love the paranormal, including stories, movies, and so on. I'd like to know, what is your take on your own skepticism of the paranormal? Do you believe that the paranormal truly exists? And if so, to what level? Do you believe in ghosts? Or do you go all the way up to demons and exorcisms? And do you believe exorcisms are real? What is your take on your own belief in the paranormal?
Ooh. That's a good question. So, I think that there's obviously something out there. I don't know if I actually believe demons exist, but I do think that. Hold on.
I'm right there with you.
When it comes to demons, what makes me think that there's a possibility is because exorcisms take such a big toll on the priests that if it wasn't like, if it was a person, let's say like with schizophrenia, right, that's causing these, whatever, or like it's something besides a demon, why would it cause the priest to be,
Right,
why would it cause like that to the priest?
right.
So I do think, I don't know, I'm uncertain. I go back and forth on demons. Ghosts, I do believe exist.
How about poltergeists?
I mean, I feel like if demons exist, poltergeists do.
So they're kind of one and the same almost in terms of belief.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I heard it somewhere and I kind of believe. I mean, it made sense to me the way they put it. Like someone said, if you believe in a God, then you're gonna believe in the devil.
Okay.
Because you're not gonna just have a God and no devil, which makes sense in a way, in a weird way.
Right.
Like there's always an opposite reaction to something.
Right.
So if you believe in good, then you have to believe in the bad.
There was always a yin and a yang, so to speak.
So
Gotta take the good with the bad.
So I guess I do believe demons exist. I believe they're probably rarer than we think, that they impact our world, and I think you have to be open to them. I think that's a lot with the paranormal. You have to be open to it
Okay.
in order for it to show itself.
That makes sense. Awesome. All right, Andrea, we did it. We made it to the end. 4 wings up, 4 wings down. We made it to Hot Ones. We may only have done 4, I guess, compared to the Hot Ones show of 10. But hey, we did it. We did the bomb. We did the last dab. We made it through it, and we're still alive, and we're still kicking.
We did it.
How do you feel?
Good. Proud of myself.
Proud of yourself.
How do you feel?
Still recovering a little bit, to be honest, but we made it through it.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to the end, and we are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, this has been an episode of Hot Ones via Drason Films, and we'll come back to you next week with another regular podcast. But for now, this has been a Hot Ones exclusive for our podcast here.
And our first video.
And our first video. It's been good.
It has been.
All right. Thank you to everyone who's watched. It's been great. Probably will never eat these hot sauces again, but you never know. I may want to go home and have the last dab, have a big slug of it. You never know. Do some fun eating after this, for sure.
You might eat the first one.
Maybe the classic, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching, and it's been real.
See ya.